So how do you all try to get your kids to eat new foods and introduce new things to their tasting palate?
One thing that I do, especially with new veggies, is with my 5-year-old, we'll make up stories about it. So there's actually a kohlrabi sitting on the plate there, and my son thinks that they are alien veggies. And we will,
do look like it.
we will, yeah,
I think they're alien
we'll make up this long story about where this alien veggie came from and how are we going to cook it. And then, you know, we sit and we chop it together and we cook it together and try it together. And he knows as long as he tries it, he doesn't have to like everything, but as long as he tries it, mommy will be happy, and you know, and now he can go to school and say, I tried aliens.
So does everybody try to cook with their kids?
I'll be honest, my kids will look at a new food sometimes, and they are, you know, approaching preteen years, and they will just flat out look at it and go, what is that? That is not food. And the only thing that I can do is take it from their perspective, and I think it's helpful to respect where they're coming from, and you have to look at it and go, yeah, that's weird looking, isn't it? What do you think? And, you know, for instance, a Brussels sprout, you put it on their plate and go, okay, I think these are really weird too, and they smell when you cook them, don't they? And they're like, oh yeah, they really smell. And so you sit and you agree with them, but you say, okay, we're all trying it, what do you think? Everybody take a bite, what do you think? And you keep it light, you keep it interesting, but you respect where they're coming from, because if you dismiss the fact that they're going, what is that? You know, I haven't had a whole lot of success with that, but if I say, yeah, I get it, that bean looks kind of strange, then we try it together.
Right, they
and
have their own feelings, and they've got their own thoughts about things, and we have
and
to
I'll
respect
agree.
that.
There are some things that look bizarre, and you know, that's a food. Is that really food? Yeah,
Well,
it's
you
a
know,
food.
one of the things is they don't have to like it in that style or that preparation. I think the main thing is to expose them to it, ask them to try it, and say, hey, we're trying something new tonight. We might not like it that way, and if we don't, the next time let's try it another way. Right. You know, there's so many different preparations. You know, I don't like Brussels sprouts either. I've tried many different ways, but I have found that if I put bacon and figs and balsamic vinegar with them, they're pretty good.
Oh.
You know, I said there's
probably do that to a lot of things, and it would taste good.
Okay, what doesn't bacon make taste? You know, what doesn't work with bacon?
Well, we've even in summertime we'll take like a food vacation, or every week we'll say, okay, every week we're going to try a new food. So on Friday, somebody's going to go to the store with me, and somebody's going to pick out something new. And so that's our summer project. And every week you choose something different, and you don't know what's going to appear on the table, and each one has their own, you know, surprise.
And that helps you branch out for your cooking too, so you're not always
you have to
making the
figure out
same
what
things.
to do with it.
Yeah, that's
but
really
you know,
fun.
it's something where each one of them, and sometimes they're devious, and they'll choose something that somebody else might be afraid of, or you know, maybe something that the other one doesn't like. But it still brings something new to the table every week, and it's not overwhelming, but it's still something that they can be involved in.
It's a fun thing too.
So, and now that kids are back in school, and not everybody has kids that are in school, but now that some of the kids are back in school, or we have to be taking them to other places without us, what are some tips on how to get them to eat healthy when we're not around them?
For me, and I don't know about you guys, but it's just creating sort of a discussion and a culture in the house where they're always trying to figure out, is this healthy? Is this not healthy? And just keep it as a discussion always. Because they're not going to make the best choices. Mine haven't. You know, if somebody else has a Twinkie in their lunch and, you know, they're trading their food, well, they're taking the Twinkie and the carrots are going out of the lunch. But you just hope that eventually that discussion and, you know, that realization that they don't feel good when they make those choices. And if you eat this, you actually have a lot more energy to play on the playground in the afternoon. You keep that going, and eventually it sinks in.
I think one of the things that I've really enjoyed in the last couple of years with my kids is ensuring that they get a healthy, well-packed lunch that'll get them through the day. And actually this year we even stepped it up a little bit. I found I've now got 2 kids in full-day school, and I decided to get into the bento box style of packing lunch, with Japanese method for separating foods. And you know how kids are. They like things deconstructed and simple. So it's a simple way to get them to eat healthy things for lunch, ensure that they've got a well-balanced meal. And we're just really enjoying it. I found these wonderful lunch boxes at easylunchboxes.com. And there's another great website that I use called justanotherlunch.com. And they've got all sorts of great options for packing lunches.
So how about on-the-go snacks or after-school snacks? Are there any good healthy choices that you've found as moms?
Well, I know my kids love the little squeezable pouches from Plum Organics. Both my 5-year-old and my 1.5-year-old will eat them.
What's inside there?
It's they're usually combinations, so it could be apples with sweet potato
and maybe even banana, like those.
And
put
they're
different
so
combinations.
tasty. No, they're more like an applesauce consistency, but they're great for on the go because they actually have kind of a sippy top on them. So you can take them to the park or wherever and you just pop off the top, and my kids love them. My husband and I even eat them. So
Think of
they're
it like
super
Go-Gurt,
tasty.
but it's baby food. It's actually baby food, and they make them, and now they're marketing them towards, just as an on-the-go fruit for kids and in lunch boxes, and they are fabulous.
They are fabulous.
Great way to get extra vitamins too if it combines the two
Exactly.
into one package. That's a good idea.
Exactly.
I like the Go-Gurts too. I buy the organic ones, but they're great, and my kid likes them too. And there's no mess on them either.
Yes.
You can take them to the playground, and if he's hungry or wherever. So
The other thing that my kids love are grape tomatoes. They're really small and they're very sweet, and they pop them like candy.
And that stuff will carry on because my kids are the age where they're leaving for sports at the dinner hour, and the practices and the games are always at the dinner hour. So we can't eat dinner before they leave, and we're at an awkward time. So they're looking at me like, Mom, I'm hungry. What can I take? So, I will try to keep like homemade granola or homemade granola bars because I don't like the store-bought ones and what they're filling them with. So we'll keep that. And the things that they started out with when they were little, like grab the banana, grab the cheese, the string cheese, those kind of things. And if you have to have a lot of that stuff on hand because they are ripping out the door.
Yep.
So,
Well, if you think about that, if you're putting together a banana, some string cheese, maybe some crackers or a granola bar, and maybe a yogurt, the calories that are in that are the perfect calorie balance for a child. Either a toddler or school-age child up to a teen. That is the perfect amount. It's not overeating. The portions are really good in that. So that's a great meal option when you need to cook.
and a
out.
well-balanced meal too.
Yeah, it is.
I think it fits into our plate, doesn't it?
It probably does fit into my plate. It fits on the plate.
All right, so I think that's all we all have time for to talk about nutrition. Thanks so much for Rachel Berger for being here and all of our moms' advice. Stay tuned. We are going to be talking to a children's book author and an amazing mom coming up next. Thanks.